All right, so you're probably wondering, where are you moving to? Unfortunately, it's not back to Canada, but me and my wife, we are taking our talents to... Hey guys, today's a really exciting episode. Woo! All right, so me and my wife had a business trip last weekend. I mean, it was kind of out of the blue, but not really. We got our things, we hung out at the airport, and then eventually we arrived. So, if you didn't know already, me and my wife, the beautiful Ramani, we're moving next year. We are super excited. But first we got another question. Before anything, thank you to everyone who's been sending in questions. Sorry I haven't gotten to your question yet. Hopefully there's another opportunity next week. I'm thinking about also adding, I may do 2 or 3 questions within each episode. Sometimes I ramble, so that is one of the reasons why I haven't done that yet. So that question was, approach educational values versus society values with families stuck in the framework. Cycle of poverty. Let's go. Let me just start by saying I am not really in a position to answer this question entirely. And I say that mainly because I've only taught at international schools where a lot of our kids are coming from a place of privilege, but I will give it a try anyway. I also think part of my schooling and growing up in Nova Scotia will come through within this answer as well. I'm just thinking about friends who didn't have support in school and didn't necessarily find the right mentors or teachers to support them. There were also teachers that I felt just gave up on some of my close friends for a number of reasons. I also don't remember a lot of my teachers going into the community, going to parents' houses and really trying to figure out why some of the students were acting a certain way or not able to complete their homework, etc. It just didn't seem like it was a thing. I do think it all starts with the teacher really just being informed and trying to inform the misinformed or uninformed. Sorry, that's a lot of informs. But honestly, as a teacher, if we don't really ask the question, then we don't really know. Personally, I do think right now education is trying to shift a little bit and trying to do what is best for kids. I mean, not all school systems are doing this, but at least from what I see online, there is some type of movement happening. I do think the hardest part for educators is how do we get past the chatter and actually get into the action and the work that needs to be done within the system created by us. Before myself as an educator presents any type of information, content, or even skill, I have to know my students, I have to know their families. What can they handle? How do I push them? And on top of that, how do I get parents to trust me? How do I get parents to trust that whatever I'm doing is best for their kids? How do I get parents to trust that whatever I'm doing is valuable? You see, here's the thing. The world is going to continue to keep moving. Things are going to keep happening. Always think about it this way. Are my students going to be able to react, respond, take action, have a voice when they get older if something was to happen? Are they going to feel empowered to do. You see, education always seems to have some sort of agenda. One year is technology. I mean, the list just goes on and on. And it's not that one thing is more important than the other. Kind of, sometimes it is. It's just that educators are often given so much. They're expected to do so much. How are they supposed to focus on one thing, which is the relationships? And what happens is some things have to go to the wayside. And unfortunately, it's the relationships, it's the community building. Too busy plugging in numbers, figuring out data and information. Again, it's very hard for me to talk about this topic when I haven't had experience within it. But I have friends and I've heard horrible stories about how they can't focus on their kids, mainly because they have to give state testing, meaning their community building and their relationships are kind of thrown out of the window. As an educator, I do believe that teachers are able to change the lives of kids. But if they're consistently asked to do, it makes it impossible. It's unrealistic of them to help students set goals that they can't help them meet. When I hear stuck in a system, I always think about planning and following through, and ultimately asking for help. As a teacher, we are always in a position of helping and trying to get students to get over the hump. Sometimes that's what students are looking for. They need that extra push. They need someone to tell them what it is they need to do to get to the next step. And it is our job as educators to help students get there. Making commitments, helping them try to figure out what is best for them. Here's the thing. I strongly believe that teachers do have the power to help students get out of any situation. But within that, sometimes we don't have the resources. So what is it that we do to help students get out of a system that is created to help them fail? It's a tricky question. I think we continue to groom them, we continue to give them resources and show them resources that are going to help them and their family survive. I also think that we need to be very, very careful just telling kids to get over it. Just telling kids that they need to push through or find grit. Everything's gonna be all peachy. It's not true. All right, so you're probably wondering, where are you moving to? Me and my wife, we are taking our talents to Manila. We're going to Manila. This is gonna be so much fun. We've been in Singapore for 4 years now. I guess this could come to a surprise for some people. You're probably wondering, why are you leaving Singapore? Crazy Rich Asians just came out. Everyone wants to come to Singapore. But for us, we are definitely the people who enjoy change, we embrace change, and we're excited, super excited. We're going to the International School of Manila. I think one thing that really excites us is that we have two really close friends there that taught with in Kuwait our very first 3 years of teaching. They're currently there, they love it, and they also have a newborn named Lucille, who we got to meet last week. Me and Narin are super excited to watch her grow up. We're super excited for this new journey, like super excited. So we got to go to Manila last week and we hung out at the school, we met some teachers, we met the administration, we hung out with our friends, and it was really cool. I don't know a whole lot about Manila. Top 3 things I know about Manila. Ready? Go. Manny Pacquiao. Bruno Mars. And they absolutely love basketball. Like, I don't know how perfect this place is going to be, but it sounds really good. That's it. Moving to Manila. So, I guess I'll see you next week. Until next time, stay in the gray area. Peace.